Hi everyone, today I want to do a lesson with our book of the week, and I want to think about the characters in the book today. And knowing the characters helps readers understand what they are reading. So while I'm reading today, I want you to think about Bear and Hare, and there's some things that we can think about the characters to help us get to know them better. And I have some anchor charts over here. So, some of the things we can think about are, what are the characters doing during the story, called their actions? Are they being heroic? Are they being helpful? Are they being energetic? Are they being sneaky? Are they being lazy? Another thing we can think about are feelings. How are the events in the story making the character feel? Is the character feeling surprised or puzzled? Is the character feeling calm? Or is the character feeling worried or lovable? And the last thing that we think about when we're thinking about characters is we think about the words. What are the words that the character uses during the story? So I'm going to read this little king's speech bubbles. This blue one says, "I am the bravest king in all the land." This pink one says, "I only eat green apples cut into 6 pieces. No more, no less." This one says, "If there is work to be done, you can count on me." And the green one says, "My dragon has gone missing, and I miss him terribly." Today, I just want to think about the actions of Hare and Bear while we're reading. So while I'm reading the story, please think about how Bear is acting and how Hare is acting. So now I need you to come over here to my table, and I'm going to read the story one more time. It's called, are you ready, cameraman? Tops and Bottoms, adapted and illustrated by Janice Stevens. Janet took the story and made it in her own words, and she drew beautiful pictures. Tops and Bottoms. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. Does anybody know what wealth means? It means all of his riches, so his money and his land and everything. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although the hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something," Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. "Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Hare said. "All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear, we're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" said Bear. "So what will it be, Bear?" asked Hare. "The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms?" Let's see," Bear said with a yawn. "I'll take the top half, Hare." "Right, tops." Hare smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept while the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, and I get the bottoms." Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this again, and this season I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms, and I get the tops. Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. Hare, you have cheated me again. But Bear, Hare said, you wanted the bottoms this time. Bear growled. You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms. You're right, Hare. You're right, poor old Bear, sighed Hare. It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, then watered and weeded some more. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms. There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal. By now, Bear was wide awake. That's it, Hare, he hollered. From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles. Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. The end. Please come back to my little door where I put my work. And I have the recording sheet. If you don't want to use this or your mom doesn't want to use ink to print, just do it on your own paper. No big deal. So it says, you can learn a lot about a character by the way they act and the things that they say. What do you know about Hare and Bear? So let's talk about Hare. And it says trait. We need to write something about Hare in this little rectangular box. What do you think about Hare? Tell a grown-up what you think. What do you think about Hare?
He was a little bit rude because Hare got the good stuff and Bear got the bad stuff.
All right, I like rude, but I'm going to use a word from my anchor chart. Do you think he was sneaky?
Or kinda.
Yeah.
He was like really sneaky because he like wanted the bottoms.
All right, let's write sneaky. I agree with you, Casey.
And Bear was very grumpy.
Okay.
Because she like treated him bad.
Okay. So what do you think? This says evidence from the text. We need to think about Why was Pear so sneaky? What do you think at your house? Yeah, I think somebody said because he was tricking Bear a lot. Do you agree with that, Casey?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to write Hare tricked Bear a lot. All right, I have their names here, so I'm going to write Hare. Let's sound out tricked. T, t.
T.
R. Ooh, I. K, k, k.
K.
Tricked. D, D. D.
D.
Hare tricked Bear. His name is right here, so I'm just going to copy it. And then we have to do the word a lot, which is actually 2 words. So the first part is U, finger space, lot. O, A, O, T, T, T. Good. Let's read our sentence. Hare tricked Bear a lot. And then if you don't mind drawing a nice picture of Hare in the little box, let's go down to Bear. Casey said grumpy, and I agree with grumpy, but what do you think at home? What's another way to describe Bear? Ooh, somebody at home said lazy.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, lazy. I'm gonna fall off my chair. I'm gonna write lazy. Sorry, everybody. Lazy. And I got it right off this anchor chart. So we got them both from this anchor chart today on how they were acting. And let's think about how was Bear lazy in the story?
Because he was like.
Oh, tell a grown-up at home. Hold on, we'll get your answer. Let's let them think before we give them all their answers. All right, what do you think, Casey?
Because he was like being lazy because he was sleeping through everything.
All right, I agree.
And he didn't want to do work.
Yes, Bear was sleeping and didn't want to do work. Let's write about that. Bear, finger space, word while word was, everybody?
What?
W-A-S, sleeping, S, O-L-E, P. And then does everybody remember ing?
In.
Right, I-N-G. Bear was sleeping and, let's use our word while word, and did not want to work. So we got to write some words. Did, d, d. Is that a word while? It might be a word while word. Did not. N, A, O, T, T.
T.
Did not want. W, W, A, O, N, T, T. Okay. Did not want. Word while word 2. T-O, and work. W, R, and K. Okay. All right, let's read our sentence. Bear was sleeping and did not want to work. And in this little box, you can draw a nice picture of Bear. That's it. You guys did a great job. Thanks for helping me think about the characters in our book of the week, Tops and Bottoms. See you tomorrow.